Morning, guys. Bing brought me the Beetle. This is the 1.2 Beetle. I think it's the only variant we have here for now, right? Now, guys, in the market we have Beetle, we have the Mini, and we have the Fiat 500. Fiat 500 is not in Malaysia, but it's all over the world. And the Fiat 500 is a car that I enjoy driving it, but it has a lousy drivetrain. You know, the Fiat 500, right? It has a 1.4 liter. Is it 1.4 turbocharged? I think it's a turbocharged engine, the multi-air, and then it has a manual gearbox with an automatic actuator to shift the gears for you. So it does the we call this we call those AMT, automated manual transmission.
Like the 159.
Yes. Like the Alpha Silly Speeds, Celeste Speed, they call it. And then that car, right, when you drive it, it's gonna do but it gives it character. I mean, character is an excuse that we use always to forgive cars for certain traits. Yeah. But that car, not only that, the transmission is like a L license, guy. So halfway driving, the engine will die off.
Really?
When it doesn't shift well, when it doesn't match well, and then you have to start again. Because we had a Panda, exactly the same drivetrain, and it died on cast a few times. That's the Fiat 500. So there are only so few cars in this world where the car makers are willing to spend money, spend effort to sort of like create a reincarnation of a classic. It's always never going to do really well, except apart from Mini, right? But Minis don't sell as they don't sell like Corollas, they don't sell like 3 Series. You know, it's never mainstream. It's there to evoke a sense of romanticism, you know, of its era. So the Beetle has always been a classic car that everybody loved. When you saw an air-cooled Beetle, right? But they haven't been particularly successful, I would say. And key of which, when Volkswagen introduced the Golf, right? The Golf was created to replace the Beetle. The Beetle was every man's car, everybody's car. Now, guys, in that era, right, in the 40s and 50s, right, in car making, right, a family car only has 2 doors. You know that? Family car only has 2 doors. Why? It's cheaper.
Really? So interesting.
Because you use less parts, you use less door mechanism, you use less metal, you use less hinges. It's cheaper. That's why you see promotional images, right, of those days, right? A father, a mother, 2 kids on a 2-door car, small little 2-door car. The 2 kids have to climb behind. The father, mother, you know, sitting in front. And having 4 doors is a luxury. To let you elegantly go in and out, and it's a convenience. So cars back then only have 2 doors, and this back then was supposed to be a proper family car. But now in this era, this is not a proper family car anymore. People already, you know, you have Myvis, you have Vios, you have CT, you know, all with 4 doors, huge boots and all that. Very, very practical. But this guy is not. This guy has 2 doors. I think the rear isn't too cramped. You said that the rear?
Yeah, but the seats are like kind of
tiny.
Acute angle.
Oh, very straight angle. So all the compromises that you have in this car. See, I always look at cars from why they were created. It was never created to be a Volkswagen Golf or a Jetta, which is a very, very practical car. Some say forgettable as well. So a new one comes and then okay. So in order for a big company like Volkswagen to indulge itself in something like that, they have to make a lot of sacrifices. Sacrifices in packaging, sacrifices in a lot of things, because this car has to look special. This car needs to have an interior that is unique, that aims to look like it's past. So that also means very little part sharing. So our world can be a our streets, our roads can be prettier with cars like these, you know, the Beetle, the Mini, or the Fiat 500, or the Camaro, or the Mustang. You know, these are cars that were recreated. Our roads become more interesting, prettier, because certain car makers are willing to waste money. I would use that word. It's a wastage of money to create something special. Of course, it's a very rare case that one of it has become very, very successful, the Mini. The Fiat 500 was successful because they did not do anything else. All their dealerships in Europe, right, they only focus on selling Fiat 500.
But it's not sold here in Malaysia.
Well, the last dealer for Fiat is called Torino Motors.
Okay.
They died back in 2010, right after I reviewed the Fiat 500. I think if I'm not wrong, I was the only guy who has properly reviewed the Fiat 500 in Malaysia, because it's a car on trade plate. And it's actually Hafiz Shah who helped me get that car, because that time he was buying the Fiat Bravo. That time Hafiz haven't joined Paul Tan, he also haven't joined Autocar, he was still a student, but he was my reader. So we went out for a drive. So that was interesting. He bought the Fiat Bravo and then he helped me arrange for the Fiat 500. It's 140,000. A lot of people can buy it instead of buying a normal shit. How do I? Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. So instead of buying a normal car, they could have bought this. But then the Trio 8 is also about this price. The Trio 8 is also about this price, and that car is so nice. And then the Golf, yes, the Golf is expensive. 150, 160.
We call this the real hairdresser car.
The real hairdresser car. Yeah, it is. It is.
Exactly.
It is. It's all style. It's all style. But I know when the Beetle first arrived, a lot of people were like, wow, I love it, and this price, oh, I can afford it, you know. And it's something special for them. Good for them. But all in all, now the market is so competitive, right? It's so hard to find something that is really, really special about it.
Yeah.
Apart from the looks.
Yes, apart from the looks and aesthetics, right?
Yeah, lor. So, what are your thoughts? Would you go for a Beetle, or would you go for a Civic Turbo? Right? Civic Turbo is larger, sleeker, handsomer, you know, a lot of specs and all that. But it's a Civic. It's a normal car that you see every day. Your neighbors will have one. Everybody will have one. And yeah, provided they come with a, I don't know, at least something special, right? It's just very hard to position this car. It's really very hard to position this car.
Yeah.
Provided you like the looks, you love it, but a car maker cannot continue sell a car to people who, oh, I think I might like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Correct.
It's very hard. It's very, very hard. It's not a bad car. There's nothing bad about it. I mean, it's comfortable. Visibility is great, and I think power is sufficient. 1.2 turbo, we all know that, right? In the Polo, in the Vento and all that, is very, very sufficient. But the thing is, to get this to get this driving experience, Polo has it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Vento has it. It doesn't look as attractive, but the driving experience of this car, you can get it for 60,000 less from Volkswagen. And that's what puts this car into a weird dilemma.
Yeah.
A weird dilemma. And I don't particularly feel manly looking at myself in the glass, reflecting. Yeah. I don't really feel manly.
Guess who just showed up? Bobby.
Yeah, in
his orange Beetle.
Yeah, in an orange Beetle, bro. Orange Beetle.
And then when you open the door, the colours from the door also extend outside.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the Beetle. Still a special car, I would say. I mean, if you buy one for your mum, she'll be pretty happy, because she's the one who sat in her grandpa, or in your grandpa or grandma's. Right? You drove it back, right?
Yeah.
Your mum?
I fetched my mum in it.
How?
I made a video with my
How did she? Oh really? You okay? So how does she feel?
Stupid lah. She's like, wow, so cute. And then she, wow, new car smell. Then I, okay, then she. Why cannot open one? I'm like, Mom, you have to put the shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then she'll go. Then she went into the whole practicality phase. Why no reverse camera one? Why like this? Why like that? Yeah. Because she drives a Civic, so I was like, Mom, how much you bought your Civic for? So she started comparing. Then she's like, yeah, but it's cute lah.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah lah, exactly. Yeah, it's cute lah.
Yeah lah. My grandma had a Beetle, and you notice this?
Yes.
It's very cute, huh?
Very unique.
See, they have to do all these things, you know. All these things they cannot share anywhere else, you know. And they have to find something to make this car unique.
But why don't they incorporate this into like the Golf or the Polo?
It's costly. See, the door panel, right? It's injection mold. So it's one piece of plastic.
Yeah.
It's molded, then it's done. This one, right? You need another assembly process to slot the elastic fabric in, and that costs money, you know, to make it special. Because they have to balance in between. They have to use this car on the common shared engine, entertainment system, transmission, and the layout. And on top of that, they need to make the special shell. And then in the interior, find something to make it unique than the rest. And then after they do all this, the volumes doesn't justify it. So that's the problem. I would say, right, for the next generation of Beetle, right, take the essence of it, right, and not just the shape. That would allow Volkswagen to go far with the Beetle if they really want to make the Beetle, right? Because yeah, that's the problem. They call it the Beetle already. If it doesn't look like a Beetle.
No, it has to appeal exteriorly, because that's how you get people's attention.
Definitely. But if they make something special out of it, you know, instead of just following the shape of a Beetle, maybe they can, you know, they can squash it a bit
to make it a Porsche.
So that they can squash it a bit so that it has a sporty profile for people who couldn't afford Porsches, right? Maybe Porsche will flip lah. Right, because Porsche you have 911, you have the Cayman. Don't forget, Porsche started from the 356. And the 356 is a very slow car based on the Beetle. It just has the looks. It just looks sporty. So maybe that's where the next Beetle can go. Freaking squash it, make it a very small car that is sort of reminiscent of the 356, and maybe we can start having crossover branding again. Back then, German brands, right? You have a Mercedes-Benz with Porsche badges everywhere. You have an Audi with Porsche badges everywhere, and then you have a Porsche with Volkswagen badges and Audi badges. There's a Porsche that is built in Audi factory. There's an Audi that's built in Porsche factory. There's a Mercedes that went to Porsche as well. So maybe we can have a new Beetle Porsche edition. Porsche will flip. Yeah, that's about it, guys. That's how it drives. I wouldn't want to go like, whoa, how's the handling? Because it's all based on the previous generation Golf. It's not a bad car at all, you know? It's just...
That was my video also.
No, I won't buy it. I will not buy it, but I may buy it for my daughter, because if I can afford it. No, instead of a Polo. Then I look at a Mini. Oh, Papa don't want to spend so much money on Mini, right? Then why not a Beetle? You know, it's not as ubiquitous as a Polo, as a Vento. You feel more special, more lifestyle, but it's not as costly as a Mini either.
Yeah.
And then there's the CHR. But the CHR, I don't know how to look at it. Some people like it, some people don't.
I think it's a love or hate thing with the CHR.
Yeah. I like the basic shape. I don't like the extra stuff you know, when they design too many stuff on the bumper, like that, then all those things, right, doesn't serve any purpose, right? And that's where I scratch my head. I was like, so many things going on with the rear bumper, but nothing is useful. Yep, I think that's about it. So if you are a father, you have a daughter who is like 17, 18, you want to buy her a car, you're okay, you're quite wealthy, but you don't want to spend so much money, Beetle. Maybe she talk to you, maybe she don't talk to you during dinner, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's about it. Of course, many of you would have known, the Beetle is related to the Porsche 911. I think we've said that, right? That's why you can see the shape is very similar. Okay, because the first Porsche was built off a Beetle platform. So, this Beetle is faster, handles better, corners harder than the original Porsche. Yeah. I mean, to sum up this car, right, I have two ways to look at it. If I look at it from someone who is watching this before they buy, you know, they're looking at buying a car, that means what you get versus what you pay, then this car falls into the category of a lot of other cars that, not a lot actually, a few other cars that if you look at it from a brochure, if you look at it from an Excel sheet, okay, price versus what you get, this car is not recommended at all, because you get very, very little things for what you pay for, right? That would be judging this car using the left brain. But we know cars and a lot of things that we buy are emotional purchases, right? There is an intangible feel-good factor about some of the things that we buy. Why spend 600 ringgit for a pair of Adidas when you can buy a very good sports shoe from Power or Bata, right? So there are a lot of things that we purchase that are not worth its money at all, considering what is available out there. Right, the Honda City in front might outspec this car. A BRV might outspec this car, right? But when you count in the intangible factor, the feel-good factor, at the end of the day, right, spending money, we want to feel good, we want to feel happy. That's what makes us happily spend our money, right? Someone going to a great meal or a holiday, what do you get after that? Nothing, just memories, and the next morning you go to the toilet and dump all your food in the toilet bowl, right? So sometimes we shouldn't judge things by the measure of calculation and all that. We just look at the feel-good factor. Now, I don't mean that I feel damn good behind this car, but I can understand. Say for example, my colleague yesterday, Fan, you know, she saw this car, she's like, oh, I want to drive, you know, I've always liked the Beetle. I like the Beetle, I like how it looks, you know, I like the interior. And then she was like, oh, nice, everything is so nice, you know. That's the thing, that's all it takes, is the feel-good factor. Of course, I don't feel really good now. I mean, being a 97 kg Jolo lookalike, big fat dark gorilla, sitting in here in this loud color, and I feel pretty gay about it. Yeah, the A-Class would make me feel manlier, I would say, and this one just anyway. Oh, I have a parking. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, that's the Beetle. Exterior, do you want to go around? I mean, everybody knows how the Beetles looks like, huh? Everybody knows how it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, that's a matching toilet sign. I found the biggest problem with this car. This is a big issue. Now, this car is positioned, okay, this car is positioned as, you know, a chic, lifestyle, trendy, fashionable, lovely car. And I cannot deny the fact that this car appeals to many ladies, right? And to not have keyless entry in this car is the biggest flaw. It just makes more sense, especially women, right? A lot of women, their clothing doesn't even have pockets, right? Everything they dump it into their handbags. And you know, women's handbag is like black hole, right? Everything goes in and they do not know what's inside. They might pull out a hairdryer one day. So for them to always, you know, scavenge around the handbag to take out the key to unlock, come up, plug it in and turn, is a major turn off. So for this car to sell, I mean, I don't mind that it doesn't have reverse camera. Of course, if it has, it will be better, right? But it has the all-round sensor, which is pretty good. It has climate control, it has a trendy color, you know, it's comfortable, it's safe, it's fast enough if you want it to. It's fast enough if you want it to. But keyless. Without keyless, this is one big thing. The second thing, and I think the second thing that women buyers will felt rather inconvenient, is that this car has a very long door. The door is extremely long. The B pillar is nowhere near the temple of my head. So the B pillar is 1 feet behind at the back. It takes a bit of an effort. So what would have helped in this situation would be a bracket. If there is a bracket on the seat itself that sort of routes the seatbelt through, that would have been very, very much welcome, because that would mean that when I come up, the seatbelt is just right next to my seat. Then I can pull it, and that's more elegant for women as well. Yeah, it has pedal shifters, which the Golf R line doesn't. Weird. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, come to think of it, the R line, which is supposed to be very sporty, doesn't have pedal shifter. This car is supposed to appeal to ladies, you know, cute, lovely, but it doesn't have keyless. Scratch hit. There's one more thing that I noticed that is good about this car, is that when you're coming out of a junction or you're trying to merge to the other lanes and all that, people let you merge. Just like when you drive a Mini Cooper, people are generally nicer to those who drive Mini Coopers. And I noticed they do that to this car as well. I mean, if you were to be driving a Mercedes, a BMW, an Audi, nah, they won't let you merge. They won't let you merge. So yeah, that's another one of these, the benefit of this. If you drive a Golf GTI, Golf R, good luck. No one's letting you merge. But this one, yeah, they do. Guys, have a look. Every single car move aside for the ambulance to pass. So I do not understand those who say that Malaysians don't let ambulance pass. I have never ever seen an ambulance wasn't able to pass through traffic. Everybody saw an ambulance coming, or we hear an ambulance coming, we all move aside, open up the roads for the ambulance to pass by. I don't know where you guys stay, for those of you who say that, you know, Malaysians don't let ambulance pass. Never have I seen that happening. Alright? Here's to show you how good the suspension of this car is. Alright? Ooh, speed bump! I'm going 40. Lovely, lovely suspension. Beautiful suspension. 45! Let's go 50. I'm serious, man. There's no drama at all. It just absorbs everything beautifully. Okay, so now I'm going 50. Still, damn. Okay, I can't go 60, if not I'll hit this natural gas persona and then we'll blow up in a fireball. okay? Lovely suspension, lovely. Hey bro, use Grab lah wey. Nowadays still got people roaming around looking for passenger and see whether they want to ride in the taxi. Come on man, use Grab. Just use Grab. Lovely. Okay, this one a bit tall. A little bit of bump stop. Yeah, that's how good it is. To wrap this up, I love how the car drives. I love how the car rides. I like its interior. I don't like the 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. It's maybe it's the lack of boost because it's a 1.2 liter engine in the initial stage. Once the boost builds up, it's very nice, but I do not like one bit how it doesn't hold itself on a slope, and it's very hard to modulate the throttle when you're reversing up a slope. Basically when it comes to slopes, this car just doesn't really like it. But other than that, the brakes are good, everything is alright. And no keyless.